The more I look into Cloudheim, the more I think this is what Wayfinder should have aspired to be. Yo, what is up folks, Trevor here, and today we're going to take a look at Cloudheim, which is an RPG by Noodlecat Games with co-op peer-to-peer multiplayer accessibility. So you probably clicked in this video like, hey, what is Cloudheim? Well, Cloudheim is, like I said, an RPG that's blending crafting and chaotic physics-based combat. You can gather your allies and craft weapons and upgrade your shop in the sky to bring harmony to the broken realm. At least that's what their tagline says on their website. Now personally to me, this game just looks like pure chaotic fun. I initially found Cloudheim when I was looking for more survival games that are coming out because I've been on my survival game kick recently. But then I found this and I was like, man, this looks great. What is this game? Well, that led me to jump down the rabbit hole and pretty much watch every video I could find about this game. This game has pretty much everything you wanted from Wayfinder if you're a fan of Wayfinder. Well, except for, of course, the online service, which neither game supports anyway. So, however, they did say they don't have any plans for it currently, which means they might be open to it in the future if there's enough feedback for it. So if you guys want, online service, you can play with your friends online and play with people online, I want to start throwing that feedback in. But currently, the plan is that you can play with up to 3 players in online co-op. And as of now, it looks like all the characters are going to have their basic look, which means probably less customizability than some people want. But, I mean, for what we got, it looks really good. Now that we got the basics out the way, let's hop into this sweet combat. This combat looks absolutely amazing. I honestly haven't seen combat this good looking in a very long time when it comes to an online co-op game or a MMORPG in general. I'm always touting Black Desert, Dragon Nest, and Vindictus as my top combat games. This might just be up there with those games, to be honest. Just from looking at the videos that I've seen so far, looks like combat can be a mix of between weapon attacks, hand-to-hand combat, and magic. Like right there, she just kicked the thing off the cliff. Like, that's crazy. As we've seen in the other clips, if that thing lands on something below, it's gonna hit that and probably do damage and knock that other thing around. Like, this just all looks amazing to me. Looks like the characters have a slide ability they can actually cancel out of. They have multiple dodges and just, like, this game looks like it's gonna do a lot that I want to see, that I've wanted to see in a game in a very long time. From doing ground combos to juggling enemies in the air, from just popping up enemies off the ground and continuing those combos. Like, this game is going to offer it all, and I'm ready for it. And so from the weapons I've seen so far, it looks like there's a basic set of weapons. There's a great axe, a great hammer, sword and shield, and then daggers, and then she looks like she's using some magic in some of these videos, but I'm not sure what the magic, if it's focused from like a totem or a staff or something, or if it's just magic straight out of her hands. And then there's also that whip that we keep seeing that I just want to use so bad with these combos because that thing looks so cool. And so from this we can see one of the major aspects is going to be getting the loot from the treasure chest and clearing a dungeon just to get that loot. However, this isn't going to be the best loot you can get because I believe there's loot that you can craft that might be better than the loot you get from chests. And it might just take stuff from the chest to craft that loot. But in the end, all the loot is just a vessel for more chaos, more damage, more environmental breakdowns. Like, this game just looks so awesome when it comes to the combat, and I honestly can't wait. Now, the basic gameplay and combat aside, we can get into what the game is really about. The crafting. The crafting is going to be a major part of this game when it comes down to it. According to HelloCat, you can also use your crafting to sell gear to others. I'm not sure if that means to other players that come into your world or just to NPCs that come into your world, because in this video they speak about how people come into your world and keeping your shop tidy and your store updated is gonna bring more people into your world. But like, is that just from like the amount of players that is online, like a system to where any player can just come into your world when you're offline and buy stuff from your shop, or is it just gonna be NPCs coming into stocking up on random stuff that you may or may not have? I think the former idea is actually a really good idea, being that people will be able to come into your world even when you're offline and just like buy stuff from your shop. But we'll see how it goes when the game actually does release, or actually when the beta comes out, because we're getting a beta very soon. The beta sign up is actually on the website if you want to go ahead and get into that. There's also a FAQ on their website that we're actually going to go ahead and jump into as well before I end this video off. So here we have the FAQ that Noodlecat had put out, and it's just going to answer a few questions, but just basically about the game itself. Will there be a demo? Yes, we also plan to have playtests leading up to the game's launch. Expect more news on this soon. Can I play single player? Yes, you can play solo. Each world save will have various settings such as experience gain and enemy difficulty that you can tune to your preference. How is multiplayer handled? Multiplayer is peer-to-peer hosted. Right now, we don't have plans for dedicated servers. Like I said, if you guys want to see dedicated servers, get the feedback. Get them on Discord, hit them with the feedback. Message them, leave them messages on their support, hit them with more feedback, because I feel like they'll do it if we actually want it. The community wants it and the game is really good, people love it, they'll probably do it. Is there crossplay support? We're looking into it, but we can't guarantee crossplay support just yet. Will the game release in early access? At this time, we don't have plans for it to be in early access, but they said at this time, so plans could change. We don't know. How much will the game cost? We don't have a set price to share at the moment, but expect Cloudheim to be a one-time purchase, no free-to-play models or subscriptions. So when the game does come out, you're only going to pay one time. From what this says, you're only going to have to pay one time, whatever the base price of the game is. No extra purchases when it comes to subscriptions or those free-to-play models that make you buy all those extra things. Now, will that they're not actually clarifying if there's not going to be like anything extra in there, like cosmetics that you could buy or anything like that, but because that's not part of like the free-to-play model or subscriptions, that's just kind of its own thing, to be honest. And then the other one is it an open world game? Not exactly. Cloudheim has more of a hub system where you have your core base with locations to explore and more unlocked as you progress. That said, some of the maps are pretty big, and we saw some of those maps are pretty huge. And the last question is, can I play as different characters? The answer is yes. While there won't be character creator, you'll be able to unlock and play as different characters. So hopefully the different characters have different like perks or different specs, different skills with them that you can use, and each character will be significantly different than the last character that you played before. So if there's like a main character you want to be able to main, hopefully that's going to be a thing in this game. Now that's pretty much it for this video. That's everything I wanted to go over. We don't have any more information on Cloudheim as of yet. But yeah, if you guys want to go ahead and keep following Cloudheim, go ahead and follow NoodleCat on their YouTube. Jump on their Discord. Give me a follow because I'll be covering this game up until it comes out and even after it comes out, just because I like the way this game looks. This game is speaking to me on a very deep level, and I'm definitely in love with the way it seems to play out right now. Now that same thing was kind of said about Wayfinder, but Wayfinder kind of veered completely off course and didn't keep up with anything that they originally had when it came to Wayfinder. But this one looks like it's actually keeping, like, I don't think they're going to screw up the combat. So as long as they don't screw up the combat and they do, like, keep up with the multiplayers they have it right now, even if they go to like dedicated servers, I'd still play it. Like, I'd love it if they went to dedicated servers. But even just the co-op right now would be great because I'd be able to play with like my friends or my wife or anything like that. That's pretty much it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Sorry for my rambling. I'll catch you guys in the next video. It's been forever, and peace out.